Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we have a candle advent calendar, say that 5 times fast, unboxing video, as you can see right here. So I want to do a whole series of these. I love watching advent calendar unboxings on YouTube for whatever reason, even though I have absolutely no intention of buying any of them. Most of them like beauty or makeup related products that I don't use at all whatsoever, but it's just fun seeing the person like open them and be surprised, and like seeing the packaging and the branding and all that kind of stuff is really fun and juicy. But yeah, so I wanted to do a candle version of it, and so I located 3 of them. I got 2 of them. The third one is the Aldi Huntington Home Advent Calendar, which was the one I wanted most because it had like a lot of juicy, fun fragrances, but I went to 6 different Aldis and couldn't find them at all whatsoever. I think they released at the beginning of this month, and so they're like all sold out in all the stores by now. So I went to 6 of them, couldn't find them. So we have the Voluspa 12-day Advent Calendar of the 12 fragrant votive candles found at Sephora. I got this at a Sephora inside a Kohl's and got it. It was, I think, 25% off or something like that. It was on sale, so it was $60 after tax. Originally like $75 plus tax. And yeah, so we did that. Kind of pricey. Candle advent calendars are not going to be good for your value at all whatsoever. Like, it's just simply not there, because with candle advent calendars, you get tiny ass little votives or tea lights that just are not going to give you any fragrance whatsoever. So if you're shopping for your bang for your buck, do not buy an advent calendar, because like for $60, I could buy 6 full-size 3-wick candles at Bath & Body Works for Candle Day and get for $60 and get so much more fragrance payoff, like so much more than these tiny little 12 votive candles from Voluspa. So definitely more of like a gift or a novelty thing, not at all bang for your buck. And the second one we will do in another video is going to be the Scentworks 12 Days of Scent calendar right here, which is also available at Kohl's. And so we'll do that in a separate video, and we'll get right into it. Yeah, the only other advent calendars I could find were like rando, like no-name brand ones from Amazon that were just kind of random. And then like Diptyque has one, but it's like super pricey, so I don't want to dump that much money on a luxury advent calendar. I think like Apotheke or whatever has one as well. And then I think like Dior has like a mix of different products, and I think in some of them there's candles in there as well. Just like really pricey in terms of those luxury ones, and because like small ass little candles are so terrible for your value, I'm not that dedicated to the channel to spend that much, but I will do these 2. So we'll get right into it. So Voluspa, some background if you've never purchased from them. I have purchased a number of candles from them in the past, and they're notorious for having poorly performing candles. So yay, excited for 12 votives that are probably not going to give much throw or scent off of them. But yeah, they have beautiful vessels, gorgeous vessels, and the fragrances are also very divine as well. But whatever blend wax they use is some like cocoa, whatever the heck it is. It just does not give any fragrance throw off whatsoever. They often tunnel. I bought like 4 of those big ass like ice cream waffle cone tin can things when the Rose collection dropped a few years ago. And all 4 of those were just terrible. No throw, like just tunnels. I can't recommend Voluspa at all whatsoever. And those just did not give off any fragrance. I think that actually was the top of the list for the worst candles of that year video I did on that channel. I spent, it was $36 for each of these candles. I bought 4 of them, so that's like over $140 like just down the drain. And that is the whole friggin' Voluspa Rose collection. Oh my god, what a bummer this was. And I tried them, and like largely all of them were nearly unscented to like maybe a 1 to a 2 throw. On top of that, there were 2 wicks on a wide diameter, so they did all this tunneling action, and they were just awful. So not too favorable towards Voluspa, but one of the very few brands that are like known that have calendar. But yeah, the packaging is beautiful on them, and the fragrances are nice. So these are probably not, I will like try to insert clip or footage after this video is done and I've started burning them. I'll probably burn one and warm one. So burning, I'm probably not going to get any payoff whatsoever, but warming, there should be enough like wax in there to like be enough for like a wax melt. So I'm just going to stick it on an electric candle warmer and see if melting gives me more fragrance payoff, and then I'll have my results at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that if you want actual performance. But we'll do the unboxing and the first impressions on the fragrances right now. So we have it right here. Pretty juicy. They're like Japanica motif that they tend to do. It says exclusively for Sephora. It has like a little plastic case on it. And boy, you can smell these candles. This is the thing, like they're so fragrant on cold, but when you go to burn them, they're just non-existent. Kalahari Watermelon has got to be one of the ones in here because that's the one that smells like so strong right off the bat. So let's get right into it. So the first one we have is day one. Let's see if I can like do it here so you guys can actually see the unboxing. So they're like preparations. So like, okay, now this is too hard to do, so we're gonna do it down here. So this one's unfortunately like not reusable with the cute little drawers. They're preparations, so you might rip some of them, but it has the notes and the names on it, which is pretty cool. So the first one we have is Sparkling Cuvee, which is sparkling wine, pomelo, woody oak, and rose petals from the Japanica collection. Oh my god, this is so hard to get out. It's such a struggle. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go, we got it. Okay, let's see. So, wine, pomelo, woody oak, and rose petals. So they look like that. They're kind of like gooey with their like cocoa whatever wax they do. Coconut wax blend, and it's 1.25 ounces or 35 grams. And cute little vessels, so we appreciate that. And it does have a little small bottom warning label on the bottom there as well. Very, very light. Just like one of those like pink drink type of fragrances. But it's not overly artificial or synthetic like a Bath & Body Works Pink Apple Punch or anything like that. But yeah, just like a juicy, fruity, kind of like a wine type of Prosecco, that type of fragrance is what I get from it. I wouldn't let the rose petals turn you that off because it's not super floral, but there is like an elegance or prettiness to it. So yeah, Sparkling Cuvee right there. Yeah, okay. So that was number one. Let's see if I can get into number two and if I can also put this back. Okay, there we go. Day two. We have Panjore Lychee. So we have lychee, cassis, and juicy Asian pear. Okay, I love me a good lychee. Rose lychee from BBW was amazing. So this one comes in like a pretty pink jar right there, and that's what that looks like. Tiny ass little wick right there. She's gonna nub all the way down. Okay, I can barely smell anything. Very, very light. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm smelling here. This is like nearly unscented. Some just like sort of powdery fruit fragrance is all I get from this. Very light. I can't even give you a breakdown of it because it's so incredibly light. So yay, Panjore Lychee. Can't wait to burn that one. Day number three. Hopefully better than day number two. We want some cold throw at least, at a minimum. Goji Toracco Orange, which is goji berry, ripe mango, and Toracco Orange. Okay, let's see. Comes in like a juicy like blood orange packaging right there, and that's what that looks like. Okay. Very light, can barely smell it. Yeah, I don't know, a generic fruity fragrance, but once again, they all kind of have like a powderiness to them. I don't know if there's like a powdery fragrance somewhere in this candle advent that is like, you know, messing with the other fragrances. What? Yeah, I don't understand why this would smell powdery. Like, yeah, a very, very slight berry and orange, but very like powdery and perfumey at the same time. Yeah, it's not as fruity as I thought it would be. Yeah, I really can't smell too much. So Goji Toracco Orange. Okay, she's looking kind of rocky. Let's hope for some more fragrances going forward. Day number 4. Ooh, spiced pumpkin latte with fresh kabocha pumpkin pulp, coconut crema, and spiced brulee. That sounds amazing. Okay, let us see. Ooh, and I think this is the first one that has like a black nameplate on it. So that's what that looks like, spiced pumpkin latte. I think this was new a few years ago, and I've always wanted to try it, so we'll see. This wick is very erect and upright, so we like that there's more to work with right there. Let's see. Ooh, this smells good. It smells kind of like your generic pumpkin spice type of fragrance, with a little bit of creaminess. I would say pumpkin chai from Nest comes to mind, or pumpkin carving, heirloom pumpkin slash pumpkin patch from BBW. Very much in that realm of clove, pumpkin, creaminess type of pumpkin fragrance. Okay, at least we can smell that. They're all kind of like sweating, so they're all kind of like hot, so this wax must be like pretty soft. But I can actually smell it, so A+ on that. So Spiced Pumpkin Latte right there. That's probably my favorite so far. Yeah. Okay, day number 5. That Kalahari Watermelon, she's gotta be in here. I smell it so strong. I don't know if it's day number 5, but it's somewhere in here. Let's see, we have Baltic Amber, which is amber resin, sandalwood, and vanilla orchid. Okay, let's try to pull it out. Ooh, so gooey. This one's leaking. Okay. Sometimes we leak when we get excited, so I can't falter for that. Baltic Amber right here. And that's what that looks like. It smells like your generic amber type of fragrance. It has a sort of like mature, perfumey warmth to it. Kind of creamy at the same time. Resinous, I suppose. Yeah, it smells like what you would expect from an amber fragrance. It's that sort of like mature body care fragrance. So Baltic Amber right there. Like sparkling amber or sensual amber from BBW. Think of that. Okay, day number 6. Okay, so day 6 is Gilt, Pomander, and Hinoki. So it says gilded holly berries, cardamom, and Hinoki. Japanese Hinoki to be exact. And we had Hinoki and that candle from BBW earlier this year, was it? And it kind of smelled like green peppers. Hoping it doesn't smell like that. Gilt, Pomander, and Hinoki. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah. It's like a spicy Christmas fragrance with a little bit of like a woody tang to it. And that's what that looks like right there. And it has like a mercury jar finish to it. Very pretty. Yeah, okay. You get like a festive, spicy, I guess, Pomander spiced fragrance in there with like that holly berries that evokes the Christmas time. But then there's something a little bit more woodsy and mysterious underneath it. So Gilt, Pomander, and Hinoki right there. Okay, that one's interesting. Moving on. French Cade Lavender, French Cadewood, Verbena, and Bulgarian Lavender. Okay, and this one, the sticker's kind of fallen off. We love a disheveled look sometime. Let's see, French Cade Lavender right here, and that's what that looks like. What does it say? French Cade Lavender, Verbena, and Bulgarian Lavender. Ooh. Okay. It's almost like a laundry, like a clean, soapy laundry. But the lavender is not quite as like astringent and sharp as the usual lavender we get from like BBW. Yeah, it's like a clean, almost like a powdery, but not heavy, like a laundry lavender. Very fresh and clean, not super strong. So French Cade Lavender right there. Okay. I appreciate that it's not so on your nose like French lavender from like BBW that we get. That kind of like smells metallic. Okay, moving on, day 8. Ooh, White Cypress. White Cypress freshly snapped and trimmed. I hope this is like a Christmas tree fragrance then. Ooh, oh my god. Wow, I like really dug into that one. These are super, super wet and gooey. Let's see. Okay, here we go. White Cypress right there. Okay, yeah, kind of has like a sappy tree fragrance to it, and a little bit of like a dirty earthiness to it. Even has like a slight masculine cologne undertone to it. Yeah, more masculine than I thought it would be. It's not quite as like sweet and sappy as like, let's say, Fresh Balsam, but it has like a woodsy tree fragrance to it, and it has like that sort of like more bitter type of like sap fragrance to it. Ooh, okay, this is kind of nice. White Cypress right there. Okay, moving on to our last row, day 9. Ooh, there she is, I knew it. Kalahari Watermelon right there. Chilled watermelon, kaffir, lime, and holy basil. Ooh, okay, let's see. I don't want to goop my fingers up again. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, Yeah, this one you can actually smell, so we appreciate that. Kalahari Watermelon right here. The only reason I know about this fragrance is because when, was it Watermelon and Wild Mint from BBW came out earlier in the year, I came across Kalahari Watermelon in the store, and I think there was some kind of like internal like naming SKU system that referenced Kalahari Watermelon, so we had maybe thought it would be a dupe of it, and sure enough, this smells very, very, very similar. I think if you wanted a strong performing, cheaper version, you could get the Watermelon and Wild Mint from BBW, and it's the same thing as Kalahari Watermelon. It's that watermelon with that sort of basil mint herbal twist to it that gives it a little bit more of that sort of earthy, dirty quality to it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they have got to be dupes. I'm pretty sure, like, that's why it must have been in the internal naming that it was Kalahari at one point, because they smell very, very, very similar. So Kalahari Watermelon right there. If you want kind of like still you want the fruitiness of watermelon, but like toned down with like a garden freshness, then check out this one. Okay. Moving on, day 10. Let's see, Tahitian Coconut Vanilla. Tahitian Vanilla Bean Coconut Milk and White Peach Nectar. Ooh, that sounds divine. And ooh, I love this like white milky glass on there. That's what that one looks like. And I like the black contrast of the label as well. So that's what that is. Ooh, okay, wow. It's like a sophisticated, almost like marshmallowy vanilla. And the peach is definitely like like that's what gives it sort of like a velvety marshmallow quality to it that gives it like a sweetness. And then the coconut's not as strong and like in your face as like a BBW coconut, so I appreciate that. It's kind of like just mixed in very well with that sort of velvety vanilla. Okay, this is nice. I really enjoy that. Kind of like in the same like fragrance family, and it feels like marshmallow musk from BBW. Tahitian Coconut Vanilla. Yeah, I like that the coconut's not so in your face and like crayony or nutty. So that was that right there. Moving on, day number 11. Ooh, Cinnamon Woods. That sounds very festive. She says Gala Apple, Golden Amber, and Rolled Cinnamon Leaf. And it's exclusive for Sephora, so you can only get it at Sephora. Okay, we love some exclusivity. Okay, Cinnamon Woods. Apple, Amber, and Cinnamon Leaf. Okay. Just kind of smells like it's, once again, it's like that sort of like powdery quality to it that a lot of their fragrances have for whatever reason. That it smells like, kind of like cinnamon pine cones with like a sort of apple cider quality to it, mixed with a powderiness at the end that makes it just a little bit off or different. This one is also very overfilled, or like filled very to the top, and so the wick is super nubby, so this one's probably gonna have to be melted because it probably won't burn very well. So Cinnamon Woods right there. Okay, it's a little bit more subtle and subdued than I was hoping for. Like Cinnamon Wood sounds like it's gonna be like bam, like just like pine cones and salt in your nostrils, but it's a little bit more subtle than that. So Cinnamon Woods right there. And oh my god, day number 12, was that gonna be? Our last one. Oh my god, I'm sad that this is already ending. I wish there were more candle advent calendars. Forbidden Fig, Ripened Fig, Velvety Musk, Midnight Rose, and Fig Leaf. Ooh, that sounds pretty exotic. Okay. Forbidden Fig right there, that's what that looks like. Okay, I don't love these type of fragrances. They're like, if you like that peppered plum or pomegranate noir from Jo Malone, or like, what was it, Desert Sunset or whatever it came out as, or Wine Cellar, Vanilla Birch. It's that like sort of woodsy, fruity fragrance. That has like a bitterness to it. I mean, the fig is very prominent in there for sure. And I guess I just don't really care for fig. Yeah, it's that type of fragrance. I guess it smells forbidden in the sense that I really don't want to light it, but yeah, that's Forbidden Fig right there. We'll see how that goes. So that was the last one. Okay. Mixed opinions overall. Some of them were very light. A lot of them have really tiny little wicks that I feel like just are not gonna like stay lit for very long. So you're probably gonna once again put these on a candle warmer to get any fragrance out of it. And I think there was a good variety. I wouldn't have minded maybe like one more quintessentially holiday or Christmas candle that was a little bit more on the nose, like tree or pine. But at least we got white cypress and we got cinnamon woods too. And there was also a good mix of like There was some gourmand, some fruity, some a little bit more perfumey. I wish there was something that was a little bit more like rose or heavily floral. We didn't get a super floral one in here. But overall, I think it was still a good, good variety, and I think they had to stick to the Japonica collection or whatever, so maybe that like limited what type of fragrances they were putting in here, but I think it was a good variety. Like, it didn't seem all too similar, and there were some festive ones, but some of them were definitely more like spring or clean and fresh, so I enjoyed that. In terms of my favorite fragrances, let's see, what did I enjoy? The Gilt Pomander Hinoki was kind of interesting. I did enjoy the white cypress for how like realistic and pine sappy that kind of was. Tahitian coconut vanilla was really juicy too. I enjoyed that. And least favorite, probably this friggin' lychee one, because I just really couldn't smell it. It was like truly unscented. And the Toracco orange one was really not that strong either. And then Forbidden Fig is like a nice fragrance, but just not like in my usual alley of fragrances that I like. So yeah, once again, going into it, even at the discounted $56 rate, I knew it was not going to be a good value because you're probably not going to get too much fragrance throw off of it, but look forward to the clip right after this, to see how the performance was. Hey guys, so we are 1 hour in of melting this. This is fully cooled in like 25 minutes, and I do have to say I can actually totally smell this candle all up in this room, like totally satisfactory. And yeah, but I can smell it, and I forgot to mention in the video that like none of the fragrances smell cheap. Like, they all smell kind of like quote unquote high end, so I appreciate the authenticity and the non-artificial quality of it. So melting it is a thumbs up, and then now we'll transition into the other candle that is burning. And here we have the cinnamon woods burning for an hour, and you can see it hasn't even pulled out completely yet, and it's totally unscented. I can't smell this whatsoever, like zero fragrance though. Hover over it and I really can't smell either. So totally the way to go with these are to melt them, and of course once you melt them, don't light them, because then the glue on the wick tabs on the bottom have gotten loose, and so it becomes hazardous to burn it at that point. So once you commit to melting it, always melt it instead of burning it. And yeah, this one I can't smell it whatsoever, so I mean, maybe if you had it going for longer, but I'd rather just melt it and get like way more throw than get zero and wait for this to like never pull out. You just really don't get that ambience. But any case, that's my update, and so I'll sign off on this portion of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun. Excited to do the Scentworks one next, and we'll go from there. So thanks so much for watching, and happy holidays. Bye.